Okay, I thought I'd do another review. This one is not of Ramatra, but it's still of my gameplay. This is my Masters 2 rank up game. I was lucky enough to go 5-0 from Masters 4 to Masters 2, which is interesting. And it's going to be on Numbani, and it is not going to be a full hold on first point unlike the last Numbani video I did. It's actually going to be a very complicated game, so I'm going to be playing Winston, Diva, Zarya, and Orisa all in one game because of the nature of the map and what the enemy lineup is, and it honestly ends up being kind of a mess, but I think it's valuable to show you like what my reads are and why I end up rotating it through. We were actually getting totally steamrolled here. I think after the first defense, and then even after the first offense, where we actually got better time, they had twice as many team eliminations than we did. Like, it was a huge discrepancy in the scoreboard, and yet we were still ahead, and that advantage persisted into the final round. So starting here is Winston. Again, I like playing Winston on defense and offense here on first point. I think he's very, very strong here. Lots of close corners that you can play, lots of high ground, lots of opportunities to jump away. There's three different mega packs if you can count the one all the way in the back by a spawn. You know, 3 different mega packs that you can use. A lot of opportunities to play Winston well here. And I'm going to do an okay job at best. So I'm trying to ping for my team. I'm trying to ping ball. Again, I don't sit in voice or team chat typically. I think I'm in voice by default. As soon as anybody says anything toxic, I usually leave voice for the rest of the session. So I don't talk at all because my goal is to really get to GM without needing to communicate at all. I pretty much get to the cap that I can without communicating, which I don't feel like I'm anywhere close to. So ball's up here. I'm mostly looking at the ball because I know the ball's initiating super, super early. That's why I'm not even bothered looking at choke. I know the ball, just from game sense, is initiating way too early. That's why I just try to jump. I'm just trying to harass the ball, keep him away. As soon as I see the Genji here, my goal is to go after the Genji. My ball is no longer my responsibility. I go Genji. Again, every moment that I'm up here, I'm just denying him. Denying ulti, right? He wants to be up here. He wants to farm ult charge. He wants to get deflex. I don't want to give him that. Like, am I going to kill him? I should never kill him. I never expect to kill a Genji in this situation. Something crazy would have to happen. Genji actually just walks straight up next to me. This is nuts. So, after this game, I actually switched to my new headset. So some folks who might heard some of my other videos know that I complain about not being able to hear a game a lot. And so I'm pretty sure the culprit is actually that my headphone cord is quite long, and I've run over it a few times with a chair, and I think over time it has just kind of weakened the wiring inside. And so it's actually very, very quiet in game. It's barely louder than you can hear in replay, I think, if that. So I just plugged in my new headset, and it is literally like 5 times louder. It is a night and day difference to the point that I actually had to turn down my volume because it was too loud for me, like my in-game and Windows volume, because it was way too loud for me to be able to hear. Anyway, so I obviously didn't hear that Genji at all, though I should have really zapped him. I get low here. I actually get really nervous because the Cassidy could have killed me here. I come back. All right, get healed. Reset. I see the Genji's low again. I really want to go for the Genji again. I do. And you notice that when I go for the Genji, as soon as he drops down, I don't follow him because I know that there is a Zen around here and there is an Ana. Jumping down here opens me up to the possibility of getting slept, getting grenaded, right? Discorded. There's lots of things that could burst me down and kill me. So I just want to chill. See, I'm even crouching over here to reduce my visible hitbox as much as I possibly can. Because I don't have jump right now, so I don't want to waste bubble in this situation. That's another thing. It's like I do not want to waste bubble if I don't need to. Like if I'm taking damage, I'll start popping bubble. But if I'm not, I don't have to worry about it. My team gets another pick. Great. So actually, I want to figure out the angle where. How does my team get a pick here? Where's the Ana? The hell? Oh, you low ground. That's what happens. I'm like, where's the soldier killer? That's interesting. I didn't even notice that in the game. So soldier's kind of overextended. That's what ball goes for. I go for the Genji, not for the ball, because the ball's not going to die. The ball doesn't want to die. The ball will never die. I go for the Genji. Again, I want to force dash away. Great. As soon as I force dash away, I can go for the ball. He rolls away. Great. Cool. I'm just doing my job here, right? Like, it's nothing complicated, nothing flashy, just simple stuff. Just keeping them back, preventing them from farming ult charge rate. Genji's only at 39% right now. Look at my soldier. My soldier's at 81. So just little things like this prevent the Genji from doing what it's going to do. I bubble here because I can feel the team kind of getting up on me. Except it's not actually the case. I think I knew the Zen was around. I was worried about getting blown up by the Zen. Right. Genji Harmony does about half the health healing of Winston Tesla. So Genji could stay around like longer than he normally would for sure. I come back here because I noticed that my Pharah has died, and I see the res is going, so I want to come over here to make sure that nothing like tries to dive on the Pharah after she comes back. I should have peeked. So this is another thing where sound would help. I would have realized right here that they were here. I literally couldn't hear them here, even though I should have. That was a mistake. Tap Genji again. I see the ball's going for the soldier right now, who's low. I want to dive over here to make sure that he doesn't die, right? I drop bubble here just to make sure that he doesn't get an angle to kill my soldier. It ends up not being necessary. I'm like, wow, there's an Ana here? I don't want to dive in that room because that's a really good recipe to just get absolutely wrecked. I see that my Kiriko is fighting the Zen. I assume the Zen is taking at least a little bit of damage, and I know the Ana's not there because remember we saw the Ana when I looked over here. So I know there's no second support here. So that's why I figure that this is a good opportunity for me to go. Easy kill on the Zen. Right? Little reads like that, just recognizing, okay, where are the team? You see I'm pinging the Ana going coast right now. Little reads like that are important to look for opportunities, right? People are like, oh, what are the opportunities to kill people? You gotta like really see the whole map, the whole game, understand the positioning, which is helpful if you can hear, and play accordingly. I see the Genji right now. I want to dash, but I think at this point, there's so many people running here, I heard sounds like footsteps to my right, so I'm trying to identify if they're going under, right? Under being this way, or if they're going coast, or if they're going upper, because it all sounds the same to me. Once I see they're up here, I'm like, okay, they're going top. I ping it, and I'm just going to zap here to prevent them from getting backwards. I see the sticky, so I put bubble right away to make sure it doesn't step up to get the kill. He does step up to get the kill. I hope the res is going off. I don't have mercy here. Cassie comes in, gets nanoed. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. I pop this. I do not hear high noon, which is another problem. And I go straight into this, and then I end up dying. So he actually got pretty low. I could have killed him here if I realized he was using high noon. He gets all the way down to 70 health, I think I checked. I was watching the kill cam. I was like, wait, I got killed by high noon? And I was so surprised. Yeah, he gets very low here. But unfortunate. So I die here. I'd already lost 2 though, so it's pretty hard to win this fight. And then we lose first point. Not a great hold on first point, but not the worst hold, right? They have a minute and a half left. I switched D.Va here. Why? Because they have the Cassidy, right? So I didn't want to get high noon and killed again. And my perspective was it just gives me a better chance to kind of shut that down. You kind of have longer sight angles here. A little tougher to play Winston, I would say, on this one than it is on the previous map, where everything's like so tight. Like for Winston, I can jump here, right, and be fighting close range. I can drop here, I can fight in close range. I can jump up here, I can fight close range. I can fight close range over here. But on this point, it's a lot more open, which makes it harder to play Winston well. I want to control high ground, right? Lucio's pocketing the Genji here. I don't want to lose mech. I come back right now. I turn Matrix just to make sure. Regroup my supports. Right, I realize all my supports are really far away. That's fine. So popping missiles. I see like multiple people here are low, but I also can potentially die here because I know that I'm in here with just the Pharah. So I'm a little nervous about losing mech here. It was higher health than I expected. I definitely could have done more damage to this Cassidy. I know the Genji's low. I want to finish the kill. I get booped by the Lucio to kind of slow me down, which is a good boop. Right? As soon as he gets slept, I pop missiles because it's going to take him some time to wake up, and I know that he's burstable with the rest of my team. Lucio's super low. I just completely whiffed this. Right? I should have killed him for sure on that. I know the Cassidy's still up there because I saw him earlier drop down, or go down the stairwell. I saw the Cassidy go this way. It's quite quick, but you see when I come around the corner right here, I saw the Cassidy go down. So after Lucio left, I'm looking for the Cassidy. I think I actually heard him. Yeah, I completely whiffed that. It's a good move by him, though. I know the Cassidy's there. I'm trying to confirm he's not hiding in the back. He comes up here. He actually kills my Ana here, which is really unfortunate. I can't quite get there to save my Ana. Unfortunate. That was like a potentially really, really big moment for me. I know losing my Ana there was unacceptable. But I think I trade here. Yeah, I traded here for the Lucio. Because the Lucio should not die here under any scenario. Really, really big. He eats a rocket here, I think. What does he even... Oh no, he eats a Kiriko headshot. That's what happens. He eats a Kiriko headshot, and then I'm able to finish that and kill melee. So that's really big because that knocks down one of their supports, so it trades out basically for our Ana. I know the Ana, as soon as I saw sleep, I was waiting for sleep. And as soon as she missed a sleep, because I didn't matrix it because she wasn't even looking at me, so I didn't care. And then easy kill for her, right? Stuff like this has to be like bread and butter kill. Like you should never fail to get a kill on a 200 health hero in this situation, right? Standing above them where you can splash missiles in and they have no ability, you should always get the kill in the situation, and quickly at that. If you can't get that kill, you cannot climb, quite frankly. Like, you will be hard capped to probably like upper plat maybe if you can't get that kill consistently. Okay, so you notice that they've swapped from Ball to Diva, which is just fine. I don't have any problem fighting the Diva mirror matchup. Again, playing casual. I'm not trying to chuck a bomb here or anything like that. I just want to keep people alive, right? I see Cassie gets dove, Matrix a little bit. I understand that he's fine. Blade's gonna be a problem, but there's not a ton that I can do about it, except maybe chucking a bomb, hoping. I see my Kiriko get contested up here. I go up top, right? I'm Matrixing to protect my Ana, right? And then see, I go up here, right? Matrix. I see the Genji super low. I want to kill the Genji. Genji's dead, right? Now I focus the Diva, who's discorded. I follow her over here, get her super low. Lucio comes in for the save. That's fine, right? That's kind of Lucio's job. I see Cassie goes back in. When he goes back in, then I want to reinitiate, but I see everyone's too far away. Can't do anything about it. You see I pop missiles coming around the corner to try to get a kill, but reset high ground, right? Playing up top. I want to make sure nobody like walks into my team from here. I just want to have a strong high ground presence, and just, you know, play regular. Don't have to make any plays here. The problem is they're gonna pop Nano Blade here, and we're just gonna lose because we just don't really have anything to stop this. So Blade goes off, but like, what am I gonna do about it? You know? So I just Matrix this to try to keep the Kiriko alive as long as I can. I did a pretty good job. I perfected from the Diva, but then now it's like, okay, what do I do here? So my perspective is I toss bomb here just because as like a Hail Mary and because I know I'm gonna reset anyway. I don't want to play Diva in this lineup anymore. Not for final point. I try to, right? I toss bomb in the air. How good is this bomb? I wonder if I wanted to actually. Yeah, I only tossed it at a quarter. I should have waited like maybe a little bit longer to make sure that it comes down, because it's a little high for my taste. I really want to pop it probably like around here, but regardless, it ends up being, you know, it wouldn't have made a difference. Even if I killed these two over here, it's not like I'm gonna be able to remap and stop these three. I was really hoping for like a very, very, very lucky play here. But I reset the Zarya. Why? Because I know they're running Diva. I know she's not dead, so I'm going to be facing the Diva. I also know that Bubble is really helpful against Blade, right? I can also beam down the Genji in the situation. I can beam down the Lucio. I can also use Bubble to protect against High Noon. So a lot of good options to play Zarya here. Immediately start beaming the Genji, right? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good damage already, just in terms of tracking. All right, Genji's at full health, so he's not taking damage from anybody but me. I'm at 0 energy right now. So I get him all the way down to half, right? More than half. I nearly kill him. Right, obviously, the aim errors seem much worse at 0.25x, but that was a pretty good effort. Right, she pops missiles, so that causes me to pop bubble. Now I'm like, oh man, like what am I gonna do about this? There's a Diva bomb behind me, and there's a High Noon in front of me. So High Noon gets slept. So great play by the Ana. I bubble myself because, if I die, then it's irrelevant anyway. I kill Diva here. I have 71 energy. I'm like trying. The only reason I'm trying to stay live here is because I have bubble and I have high energy. Otherwise, I would just suicided right now. And I'm just hoping with Diva and Diva is dead. So I'm hoping that'll be enough to keep me alive. But it becomes very obvious at this point that there's no way I can stay alive, which is why I just like at this moment I'm like, nope. That's why I pop bubble and just fight it. Yeah, there's no way I can get away from that. This ends up being very, very costly for us though. Come back to point. I think I saw some pretty good bubbles here to keep people alive. I see Genji's low. Except the Genji, not that it's going to do anything right now, because over health, so I'm not even getting an ult charge. Zapping the Genji, I see he's purple. He's getting healed a ton. I just don't have enough energy to do anything. I see Kiriko's low. I see her gets dive, right? I bubble her. Right? I'm getting good energy here, but I really want to go for the Zarya, the Ana. Lucio does a good job knocking me back. I see Genji dash. Right, I bubble my Genji, just trying to buy time here. But like, what? They have Nano here. I kill Lucio. I mean, stuff like this should not happen. Like, I want to emphasize like how crazy it is for a Zarya on point to get a kill on Lucio there should not happen. And I think that if I was playing at higher rank in GM, I don't think there's a prayer of a chance I would kill him, even with better tracking. There's no reason that he should die here with an Ana alive and being Lucio. It just should not happen. He could so easily kite me like around the cart. And then we end up dying. I think it's really hard for me to imagine like what I could have done differently as a tank in that situation. Just in terms of like that constant steamroll we got starting from second point going forwards. The biggest single issue is that we have nothing to stop the nano blade, right? And I think that you either need to have certain tank ultimates will do it. Like if I have grab, for example, I can stop it. If you have whole hog, you can stop it. Hook, if you're really good at hook, might be able to stop it, right? Just by pulling him out of position and then like popping vape. Shatter can if you're on the low ground, but obviously it's not gonna be relevant in this map. It's pretty hard to do anything about it. I think really I'm relying on the supports to have an ulti. A defensive ulti would be fantastic, right? A trance or beat would be amazing to stop blade, or a DPS ulti like popping high noon or something. You know, also just having more evasive heroes. Obviously, we're having Moira Kiriko, like they're not going to die to blade, but Anna's like always going to die to blade unless she sleeps it. So it's pretty tough for me to imagine like what I can possibly do in this situation. I think staying here as Winston was maybe a possibility to force Blade out like a little sooner than he would have liked and farther away than he would have liked, but I think I just get wrecked by the D.Va. It's honestly really hard for me to imagine what I could have done differently here on defense here to have made this play out better. And then final point, I think Zarya was a good pick. They just synchronized this so well, right? Simultaneously, like that like never happened. I don't think I've seen that happen yet so far in this season, where they simultaneously pop both High Noon and Bob. Like it was so well timed. I feel like it had to be a call out. Like they must have said, like let's do both at once. Like, the timing is perfect. Either that or it's an incredible coincidence that both of these happen at the same time, and it's like, okay, like, what the heck am I going to do about this? All I can do is keep myself alive, and then I kind of, like, try to die sooner here, and maybe been able to come out a little earlier and make some impact, but it's tough. I think coming back out as Winston would have been more helpful than Zarya, but I was kind of hoping that I would be able to save people with bubble and get charge, which sort of happened, but not enough. Anyway, that's enough of defense. So let's worry about offense. I open as Winston, right? Again, comfortable Winston in this situation. I see an Ashe already. I tag because I want to make sure I get the rest of my healing. Looking for the Ashe, looking for the team. So I'm like, hey, I don't really see left side team. I have no idea what is on left side, but I see that the Ashe is here. I see the Anna's here. I go. Right, pop bubble to make sure the Anna can't get me from behind. She does a good job getting the landing the nade right away. I get bumped and I'm like, what the heck was that? Which again, sound was a problem for me, but it ends up being a Demon Fist punch. I see Ashe goes back up top. I go back up top. Ashe dies, right? Again, she's an easy kill because she's low, right? And I'm just constantly focusing her, and she now has no coach gun. She's obliterated. Doom punches me. I literally don't care. Right? I see Lucio. It's my job to finish off that kill. Great. And now what's Doomfist gonna do? Like, he's wasting all this time trying to punch me, but it's not actually stopping me from doing my job. I think that's very, very important to recognize. Is go up top, right? I start my initiation, which is both going to A, right? Help get the Ashe low, right? Which also makes it easier for Fair to land rockets now. So she's dropped. I get punched, but not far enough away that I can't re-jump in anyway, which is what would have happened regardless. So who cares? Right? Which causes the Ashe to die, because again, she's being dove, right? There's two heroes diving, this Doomfist is just punching me. Who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, that does no damage to me. Like, Lucio hits 4-stop point, and then we lose. Or rather, they lose. If you look at it, like, they're just not doing, and the Doomfist just isn't doing enough here for anything. And this Cassidy is playing high ground, he's trying to help, and all of a sudden he's being rushed by the Reaper. Right? And then he gets killed. Reaper just wins a one-on-one. Believe it or not, their team actually has way more limbs than we do. Partially because we got absolutely steamrolled on second and third. So Lucio's killed, great. Alright, I'm stepping forward, looking to see if anybody's overextended. Again, not likely to happen. I ping the Ashe, so I know the Ashe is going to be on high ground soon. I step up here to just scout. I jump early just to hit Baptiste. I know that the Pharah is close to me. I know the Mercy is with me, and the Pharah is close. So that's why I'm hoping that Pharah plus me will be able to get a pick here early without losing anyone. We're all situated. Right, I jump just to see. Right, D.Va's on me. I go back for the Cassidy. He's gonna roll off immediately. He gets super low again. If you take a shot there, I realize I've made a mistake now, and I'm gonna die. This was a mistake. This was too greedy. When the Cassidy dropped low, this jump right here. This was fine. Following him down was not. I should have just sat here and been like, okay, cool, that's fine. I'm not going to kill him. Because I knew the whole team was low. Like, if you asked me, I would have known in the moment the whole team was down there because I forced them all down here. Like, I've already done my job and cleared the entire high ground. If I just sat up here and waited for the cart to move up to the corner, I would have been good. That was a huge mistake for me to do this. I just threw. So I come back out. I don't know why I popped Fortify. I'm going to go play as Orisa. Why? Because, again, they have a lot of hit scan, and Orisa, I can prevent my hitbox, head hitbox from on Fortify. I can use spin to stop all projectiles. I can get up close, right? They're fairly immobile heroes. Cassidy and Ashe and Baptiste are people that are relatively easy to hit with javelins, and I'm not worried about the D.Va at all. Oh my god, I hit this javelin. I can't remember if I hit it in game. It happened so fast, but I just kind of went for it. I saw that the Ashe was kind of walking to the left here, and so I did hit this, right? It's like so fast. I don't think I actually hit this. This is more just for my own amusement. No, I don't hit this. A rocket hits her. Damn. Okay. I was like, did I hit that? Doesn't look like it's supposed to be on target. So I'm going to push into the team. Again, I don't really care about D.Va. Baptiste gets super low, right? It's my job to force out Lamp, right? I force out Lamp, Vera gets the kill. I spin here because I get a little low, right? I'm just trying to buy a little time. D.Va's clearly having trouble holding the corner against me and Reaper. Right, she's popped. That's fine. I hide behind the cart. This is gutsy of me to not pop Fortify here. I was like, I think I'm going to make it in time, and I'm correct. Just barely. Because I don't want to use Fortify quite yet, because now I want to use Fortify. Knocked the Baptiste out of position. I wanted to get him to the left, but I couldn't. The window here is a little bit of a problem. Now I'm mirror tracking, which is a huge issue when there is a window. I should have just played over here the whole time, and then retreated back into the room. This was a big mistake. So as you can see, like, you can win games even when you make a lot of mistakes, and I made a lot of mistakes. Like, there are times when I'm actually carrying, and there are times where I'm just getting steamrolled. So you see, I spent the time to set up high ground, and I waited actually to make sure that my Kiriko was with me. You see me look back and confirm that I'm going to have the Kiriko with me. I see that she's right there. I gave her a second to full heal the Pharah, then I go. I miss. Again, I'm pushing this only because I know I'm going to have help from behind. Otherwise, this is a suicide mission. I pop Fortify now. Once I Fortify, I know there's no way I'm going to die. I'm going to be fully pocketed here. He gets nanoed. I force him off high ground, which is my job. I saw we've lost 2. Kiriko trades for 1. Kiriko played really well this game, right? She understood, like, what do we need to win? And by following me here and being aggressive with their kunais, that was exactly what we needed. Bob's here. She pops this. I'm not really sure. I'm like, okay. That was unfortunate. So Ashe jumps right back up high ground, which is a really good play by her. I did not expect that at all. I didn't even realize that she could go that far. I spin here. I pop Fortify, so I theoretically should be able to kill her right now, but I'm just, between the Anna and the Ashe and the Cassie, there's nothing I can do here. Like, I'm heavily advantaged in the one-on-one matchup, but it's irrelevant. I have Surge, but it doesn't matter. So once again, setting up high ground, because I felt like the overall idea of the push felt good. Like, take high ground from them, force them low ground, and then work it out from there. My Anna gets a kill on the Ashe. I decided to try to go for it anyway. I could have waited, but I feel like the number one thing is first take high ground and then worry about that. So they all drop low ground, great. Now I'm gonna work on the Orisa. He's fortified. I overheat accidentally. She stops just short. That's a good job by her dodging. She clearly was dodging javelin. They come back up high ground. It's kind of crazy that they're coming up here. I'm like, what are you doing? Again, sound issue. I see Kiriko drop, so I drop 2. I pop Fortify, so I don't have to worry about anything. I miss Javelin. Sad face. That's what happens when you don't play Orisa regularly anymore. I went for 164, and they didn't die. So usually, people who have watched any of my Orisa content know that 160% is like the golden number to kill people from 200 health. They did a perfect job healing each other. And when I say perfect, I mean like perfect. If they were not healing each other, both healing each other, like, you see how smart they are, right? Like, this is quality master support gameplay. They know immediately what they need to do to survive here, which is to heal each other. I should have held it longer, but I just was so unprepared. Like, this is kind of what happens when you climb up. It's stuff that used to work doesn't work anymore. The fact that they instantly started healing each other constantly, not missing any shots, is the reason why they don't die here. It's actually boggling that they survived this. Anyway, I'm going to whiff this from here. Again, another missed javelin. Sad face. The good news is my error forces out their error, because there's no reason to nano the Baptiste here, right? Like, the point is a million miles away, and it's going to cap regardless. So, whatever, right? Just die here or kill us. Like, this was another. Like, why is the window coming out? This is sloppy. Like, you have such a good play by them, followed by this bad play. Like, I don't care if I die here. Like, the point's going to cap. It doesn't matter at all. Forcing both support ultis out here for no reason, just to ego kill me, is like the worst possible play. I think that's just super, super sloppy. Funny thing is, during this fight, so you will remember, I'm going to be up top here with the Kiriko, and then I'm going to drop. So, their Orisa goes in, which is great. Well, unfortunate, she has to fight out the Anna. So our Anna gets really pissed here, because I think she ends up dying. Oh, yeah. Oh, she lives. Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah. So, she ends up killing the Kiriko here. I obviously zone 2 supports here as well, and then we end up walking forwards and capping it. She was typing and so pissed off. Our Anna was so pissed off. She was like, oh, she was like calling. I missed it, but I saw her support. Our Kiriko was talking about it. She was like, oh, like our tank is trash, blah, blah, blah. And then our Kiriko was, I think, sticking up for me, saying like, no, like Anna, you're trash when you were playing as Mercy or whatever. I didn't catch all of it. But basically, our Anna was pissed because I wasn't like anywhere in sight, and she felt like I was doing nothing, and she was getting chased by the Orisa. But obviously, I was doing something by forcing both supports back, ulting both of them. Really should have killed them, and then forcing out 2. Honestly, it was better that I didn't kill them because it forces out 2 more support ultis. So this ended up being a huge win for us. And obviously we capped, and that's what like people on the team were trying to tell our Anna to calm down, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna throw the game or whatever it was. And they're like, look, like we capped the point, like why are you upset? Like that was a good push. Anyway, I'm just telling the story because I think it's important to illustrate how in the game, you really don't know what is going on in the game unless you watch the replay, right? You have no idea what anybody's doing who is not on your screen. Sometimes not even on your screen do you know what they're doing. Like, you don't know what their impact is without watching the replay. So don't be so quick. I would say just don't judge it in the game. You literally have no idea what is going on in the game, right? Until you watch the replay. So Reaper's ultied here. I can also tell that he's going to nano, so I'm trying to come and help him as fast as possible. Like, I'm just booking it in here as fast as I can. I throw the javelin at the Widow here. The reason being is she's the only one here who can possibly one-shot somebody, right? Everybody else, like, will take quite a few shots to kill someone, so I'm trying to force out the Widow first. Reaper ulties. I know the Anna's still to the right because I saw her on the way in, right? Tracking where people are, like, I know, like, I see the grenade trail. I know the Anna's there. I just don't want to go for her yet because I'm trying to help my Reaper out. Kill, right? Force Baptiste into the room. I confirm he's going to stay in there. Great. Now I come over here because I know the Anna's here, and then she's dead. Like, stuff like that is very important because she staggers herself. She should have just died immediately or, like, ran the spawn, realistically. And I don't think they even get a real contest here. Okay, so we ended up having a good push, right? 235 against 119. This is a solid push. Again, I don't think I played super well, but the important thing is I played well enough to help the team win. Okay, in this situation. If my team was worse, if my Kiriko, for example, was worse, probably don't win this game. But my Kiriko wasn't worse, right? But it's not like she made the plays alone, right? I had to help there. Like, it's a synergistic relationship. I see ball, I ping the ball, right? Getting ready, same general deal. There's a fair this time, which is unfortunate. I see the ball set up. I'm just sort of like, kind of getting in his way. Not really. It's not obviously not very helpful. So in this situation, I can't do anything against Pharah. Unlike before, where it was a Genji, I could sort of go for the Genji. For the Pharah, I can't do anything. So I go up here to bubble to keep my Anna alive. That's the goal here. Is because I understand they're going to dive. Like, every team at Masters level plus is going to dive your Anna because she's the only one who doesn't have mobility, and she's incredibly dangerous if you leave her alone. So that's why I'm tracking where the ball's coming. I see the ball goes in. I jump up. I bubble off this entire right flank. And so all this damage that they're trying to do is irrelevant. I don't quite get it on top, but I think the timing was more important than anything else. So the Anna's up here, but again, I don't see. Again, I really should turn around right now. But I'm sort of like body blocking for the people behind me, which works. Right? I go for the Anna, Mercy a little bit. Right? Zoning the supports right now. Ball kills. Right? I see Genji. Genji's dead. So, but again, the Genji dies here because I zoned the supports first, right? They're clearly way out of position, and thus nobody can heal this Genji, right? The Mercy tries flying in. She's too late. She goes for the res, which I don't hear because headset. Again, I can't wait to play a game where I can actually hear. I see the ball's super low. I want to get the kill. I can't beat him to the Mega Pack, so it's going to happen. As soon as I see this happen, I'm like, oh, the fight's over, because we just lost 2 there. So the odds of me being able to turn this fight around are very, very low, and I have no ability to get out from that position. So this pharmacy is like kind of the biggest issue, and it's a huge problem because I can't do anything to help against this. Right, Reaper's like, whoa, oh, that's a great double direct. Yeah, there's like nothing I can do in this situation. So I'm just trying to die quickly, quick-ish. Yeah, mistakes were made. I stay as Winston now, mostly because I'm almost at ulti, and I feel like I can use ulti here to knock them off card. If it wasn't overtime, like if they still had like a minute and a half left, I probably would have gone D.Va. So I come up here. I see Mind Foils deployed, but I see that nobody's in it, so I'm not going to worry about zapping it, right? I feel pretty good about the position. Number 1 priority is to cut off the enemy team, make sure they can't kill my soldier or Mercy. So I go in right away, right in the supports, bubble them off, right? Zap, 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 zap. I jump, right, to get more landing damage and also to like reset and see what's going on. I'm still on the back line. I'm getting a lot of healing here, honestly, like a surprising amount of healing. I expected to need to pop multi by now, but on the Genji, right? But like little things like this, it's just like, hey, just staying alive, right? I'm forcing this Pharah to keep shooting the bubble. Oh man, Pharah's like so low, like way off the side. We did a good job shooting her down, right? It's just, this is like my job, right? It's not glorious work. This is not sexy, exciting work, especially the higher up you go. People are really, really good at kiting tanks. You know, I'm not able to kill like Zap or 2 or 3 people. All I get is 1 per target at a time, but like somebody has to stop the cart. And you know, I stopped the cart. I zapped the Genji here, right? Presumably he doesn't have dash, I would assume. He does have dash here. I don't know why he just lets himself die. Yeah, he just makes a straight up mistake here. Right, I go after the Mercy. I force the Mercy in. Once the Mercy's in, right, that forces Suzu out because the Kiriko's trying to save her. I go for the Kiriko. I don't want to chase the Mercy because I know that there's a Mega over there, so she's going to survive. Right, she swift steps and everybody walks off cart. I don't even need to pop ultimate. You know, it's very hard for them to stay. Like the ball has to leave cart at some point to do something, otherwise they're just all going to get gunned down. And he just pile drives, and pile drive doesn't come back to them to the ground fast enough. So, offense, right? 2 minutes 35 seconds. I've definitely seen people fail to take this in 2:35. Their team, for example, I think did not take the first point in 2:35. I'm going to walk forward right now, and you're going to see that they're going to go Orisa here. The second I see the Orisa, I feel like we've won the game. Like literally the moment I saw it, I'm like, yep, I feel good about this. Because what is the Orisa gonna do? Because there have to be people set up here, right? I've never seen, anytime recently, a whole team set up like over here, like as 5, right? There has to be people set up over here, and I know that one of them is not the tank and one of them is not the Genji, which means there's only 3 over here. And what is the Orisa gonna do to stop me from diving? Unless she hits a great javelin, like a spectacular javelin while I'm in the air, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from jumping on the team. So I wait for my team. So you see, I'm gonna wait here, look back. You see, I'm gonna look back in a second, right here, to confirm that my team is ready to go. I can hear the Pharah above me, right, so I know we're ready. Pharah's already gotten a kill on the Genji. I go, right, jump in, bubble. I don't even know that I needed the bubble necessarily, but it's fine. I should not have reloaded. This is another problem with sound, is I would have realized that the Cassidy is still here. I should have been continuing to attack the Cassidy. Yeah, again. I get healed up for a second. I come down here. I see the Baptiste misses jump. I follow Baptiste back in. Right, he goes back down. Unfortunate. I think with better mechanics, I could have stayed on the whole time and probably got the kill. I zap him around the corner. I don't need to get the kills right now. I don't want to chase right now and die and give him a chance at a retake. There's still a lot of time left from the point. That's why I'm just right-click zapping. I just chill. Right, just right-click zapping. You notice I'm only doing 1 at a time just in case I need to dive in. I want to have as much ammo as possible. I dive in, I cut off the back line because I understand the Orisa is trying to recontest, which is a smart idea. I think it's very reasonable here to try to recontest because I think 4 of them survived that fight, basically. Right? They still have 4 people up right now. They can definitely recontest this. So I wait for the Orisa to start going forwards. Right? And once she starts going forwards, right, I see there's no javelin. I see the team start trying to turn the corner. And what do? I just jump in here. That forces all 3 of these heroes backwards. And again, they're smart. They're good players, right? They're going to stay out of Tesla Cannon as much as possible, right? The soldier's back, the Kiriko's back, right? The Baptiste is over here, but that allows us to cap. And the Orisa realizes, I think, what happens here. You see she turns around to try to deal with me, and then she's like, ah, shoot, and then goes back towards point. And then she's like, oh, wait. Then she's like, wait, no, I'm not gonna be able. She obviously can't stop point against 4. She's already popped Fortify early too. Like she messed that up. So then she's like, okay, I have to go back to play the corner. I'm just playing to stay alive. Like I don't need to try. Oh, this is a really good javelin. So I think I was just trying to land here. I was definitely not trying to go in, but she javelins me out of the air, which is great. That's fine. I'll play over here. I'm super low. I'm just trying to stay alive. This Cassidy should have killed me. I'm not even zapping him because I don't want to. I know that he's there. I don't want to reveal that I'm there to him because I know he's distracted. Orisa tries to kill me. I think it's unlikely Orisa should be able to kill me here, which is correct. I jump back, get healed. Fair kills 2, which is fantastic. I jump in. Right? I force window. Great. Right? That's my job. I just forced window to make abs because like the Baptiste clearly got scared there that he wouldn't be able to kill me fast enough if he doesn't window, which is very possible. You know, it's definitely close here. If he doesn't window, it's possible. Yeah, without Suzu, look how close I got. Even with window, I almost killed him. So window was definitely required there, or else the Baptiste for sure would die. I probably would die after that, and then I think Kiriko would die soon after to someone else. So it is the correct call. Their window, like this is basically this is a must-win fight for them. So that's great. Like it's my job to force out the window. Like I die for it. Great. I know I have a minute and 8 seconds left. I know I have ulti. Like it's no problem. Feel great about this game. Again, when I saw the Orisa, I was like, no, I think we're gonna win this game. I think in retrospect, I was actually thinking about this in the moment. I don't think I should have bubbled here because I think I should have recognized that she would have had to go back anyway, use the card as cover, and then use bubble for my next engagement. Right, now I don't have bubble for 10 seconds, but I don't think I actually really needed that bubble. I go up. See, right now, if I had bubble, this would be huge. I go aggressively here because I have 7% left in ulti. I'm very confident I'm going to get enough to get ulti before I die. So I'm going up to force the Baptiste off high ground. I know it's going to force the Kiriko to look to heal, right? The soldier's also going to shoot at me, which means the Orisa is going to be left all alone against my whole team. Right? So, watch over here. Again, they're all going to focus me. Fine, I'm going to drop. I focus the Orisa a little bit, right? Reload. Go in right now. I honestly didn't even need to reload. I could just jump right away. But I was waiting for bubble. I force soldier around the corner, right? He's going to fight in heal station. Great. Hit, right? Good juggle. Great. I mean, he's going to get away. I jump and I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Baptiste is here. Knock him away. Dead. And of course the soldiers. I knew from the moment that soldier started running to the side that he was never gonna be able to get up to high ground in time to contest this card. I also know he doesn't have heal station because I saw him put heal station down. So this soldier is a non-threat. Like if he comes back, I'm just gonna kill him instantly. So it's just the Baptiste here. So again, let's watch from the engage timing. Right here, right? Again, I don't think this is a great bubble. I don't think I needed it here. I'm going to jump in. Forces these 3 back, right? All 3 of them are focused on me right now, which means the Orisa's left alone. She's at half health. Now they're trying to come back to, you know, get her back up. They do, right? Orisa's force spin. I go once again back into the back line. I force all 3 back, which, again, my Orisa, or rather their Orisa, needs to fight all 4 of my back line, which, you know, is not great. There's a Tracer here too, but, like, what's she going to do in this situation? And then she, of course, just gets killed. So... and then from there, it's easy to just gun down the Kiriko, and from there it's an easy win. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. Again, to try to think through so many different reads in this game. I think it was one of the more complex tank games I've had to play in a while. Obviously, it's theoretically the highest MMR game I've played so far in Overwatch 2. So I hope this was useful in some way.